mentioned that you learned a lot during the past year, and it's not the type of educational experience anyone in their right mind would want, but nonetheless, you did learn. What are some of the lessons, going
Yeah,
forward that you can share?
I mean, I think we're a small commercial stage publicly traded company. We're very lean, right? And so um, and I would say we're growing and evolving. So we didn't have all the tools in our toolbox even to to take our kind of planning model and to be able to create multiple scenarios on the fly, right?
Mhm.
I think we're better prepared now to be able to do that. That's kind of something a little more pragmatic, but very, very important. I think the other thing is all of us, I think, have come to realize that uh, we don't all necessarily have to be in person. I'm a big believer in FaceTime and spending time with my teams, and so I've used the technology to enable that. But and I'm used to hiring people. I've led global teams, so I've hired people in other parts of the world without actually meeting them in person. But I think for most U.S. businesses, you're not used to that. And yet, when I look at my team, and it's 10 people, I hired half of them over this past year, and they've all been hired and brought on board remotely. And so I think that's a big learning. In fact, one individual, not only I hired them. Uh, they're in Texas. Our office is in North Carolina, and I'm not necessarily expecting them to have to move. Some of the others that I hired are in North Carolina. That's good. So when we reopen, they'll be there. But I think the takeaway is we've found ways to work very, very effectively remotely and stay connected. And I think the most important thing is bringing the best talent. And if that means I have to go further and find a way to make it work with a remote environment, even when we go back to the office, then that's something we're going to be looking at.